Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to make a tarte tatin. Now usually a tarte tatin, you're making it with apple, very easy to make. Just putting apple slices in a pan, and then you're putting in some butter and some sugar to make a caramel, puff pastry on the top and bake it in the oven. So it's very nice and very easy. Today I'm making a savoury tarte tatin, which is with shallots. So all I've done is I've got some shallots. You don't need to use shallots, you could use onions, whatever you wanted. And then these shallots, if they've been a little bit big, I'll cut them in half. Any smaller ones, I've just left them whole. So what you're going to need for this, apart from your shallots, is a ready-made puff pastry, some butter, balsamic vinegar, some sugar, and I'm just using a little tiny bit of vegetable stock powder. It makes a really nice option if you've got any vegetarians coming, and meat eaters like it as well. So I'm just putting some small amount of water in with the shallots. Don't need to cover them. And then I'm going to put that onto a low heat until the shallots are softened. And the water will actually evaporate and create a really nice flavour in with the shallots. So I'll do that and then I'll come back to you. Okay, we're back. Now I think you can see there's just a little bit of the liquid left. Not really very much at all. It's taken a good half an hour that, but you know, just on low. And you can see the shallots softened up nicely. So what we're going to do now is make a gap in the middle of the pan and put some butter in. Now this is the butter is what we're going to use to make the caramel with. Now this pan that I'm using is actually Emile Henry tarte tatin pan, but you don't have to have the actual special pan. What you need is a pan that will go in the oven, so it doesn't have a plastic handle on it and it's small enough to fit in your oven. So a frying pan, if you've got a frying pan it's just got a strong enough handle, will cope with the heat. Now this, I'm just put in some sugar as well, and this pan actually comes with the lid, which will come in very handy later when we need to flip it over. So I'll just wait and put the balsamic in, give that a chance to dissolve the sugar, dissolve the butter, melt the butter. It's still on a low heat, so that there's no chance of these onions burning. You don't want it burning. And this sugar and butter will make the caramel, and it'll caramelise, which will give it a nice colour, and it'll also continue doing that in the oven. I think I'll turn it off again, and it'll probably take 5 minutes for that to caramelise, or maybe I'll leave it on, see how long it takes. Meantime, you can't really see it, but I can feel that the sugar has dissolved, so there's no crystals in there anymore. and we are going to cook it again inside the oven. We'll put the balsamic vinegar in now. Too much. Now, like that. Make sure it's all around. All the onions have got some. Now, of course, usually with the tart tatin, you arrange your apple slices, if you're doing it with apple, nice and neat. So I'm going to try and don't forget, this is the bit that's touching the pastry, so if you can get the you know, the nice bit of the onion on the bottom, that'll be perfect, because that's the part you're going to see when you tip it over. Just give it a chance to evaporate off the balsamic. I think I already said it makes really nice. I'm using it as a starter, but for vegetarians it's really nice. Also, meat eaters really like it too. Well, there's no meat in it. They don't know. They don't notice. But I think the tart tatin bit is just you tip it over, and anything you put in the pan with the caramel, obviously this is a savoury one, puff pastry, cook it, tip it over, tart tatin, savoury, sweet, doesn't matter. Right, I don't know if you can see, that's thickened up considerably. And it will carry on doing so in the oven as the puff pastry cooks. This also I'll be serving cold. It's really nice cold. You can take it on a picnic. Perfect for a picnic. Or should have left this puff pastry out. Would have been better coming out of the fridge. Turn that off. Keep your puff pastry chilled, that's my recommendation. Maybe I'll listen to myself next time. You can make your own puff pastry, of course, if you've got no job or any hobbies or anything else to do. But I just usually buy it ready-made. There we go, turn that off. I'm going to struggle getting this off, aren't I? Hopefully it still works, even though it's been left out for half an hour. Oh dear. Yes, note to self, don't leave puff pastry out on a warm day. Oops, not too bad. Now I'm going to poke it a couple of times. I don't want it puffing up too much. Well, you know, I want it to puff up, but there we go. Now then, put that in the oven and I'll get back to you when I get it out. Okay, so I've got the Tarte tatin out the oven, and it doesn't look too bad considering the pastry was all soggy. And I've left it 5 or 10 minutes because the caramel, when it's hot, it's very liquid, so it's harder to tip it over. But like if you leave it for 5 or 10 minutes, it can like thicken up a little bit. Oh, not too bad. Hope you can see that. There's one hasn't come out from there, put him back in. And little bits back in. Well, that one probably was from there, wasn't it? That one there. So, I can't tell you how gorgeous this smells. It's so delicious. Your pan now is going to be quite sticky because of the caramel. But that smells absolutely gorgeous. And can we see a bit better? There, maybe. Oops. There, that's better. So all I do is just cut it into slices when it's cold, and that's what they'll be having tomorrow for the starter. Hope you've enjoyed that video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and have a good day. Thank you, bye.